1 Peter 3 and 17. First precept. 1 Peter 3 and 17. Shalom, shalom, Israel. Blow that trumpet like sound that alarm. Praise.
That thing must got some new mouth speaks.
Hey, that's all right. They better hear it. They better hear it.
All praise.
Give honor to the Most High and the Son, Yahweh. We got a Battle Axe coming at you with a Monday night class, Monday night dine-in. Tonight will be short and sweet, but I wanted to touch this subject tonight. Keep hearing a lot of Christianites. First thing we ask them when they know the Lord, they say, yeah, I got a personal relationship with him. It's personal. Very personal. Sanctify, fear, all that old personal stuff. So tonight class, we go really see if you got a personal relationship with the Most High God, what you should know. We'll touch the definition of personal. Because personal ain't just what you feel. Personal is about the person that you say you have a personal relationship with. So if you have a personal relationship with the Most High God, you should know what he likes, what he don't like, who he likes, who he don't like, what he likes, and what he don't like. Ain't all this don't matter. It don't matter. It do matter if you got a personal relationship with the Most High God. So tonight's class will be a personal relationship with the Most High God. Let's jump into it. We'll go to 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 17.
3 and 7. Mm-hmm. This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 3, starting with verse number 17.
Bring it out.
For it is better if the will of God be so.
If the will of God be so, read on.
That ye suffer for well doing, then for evil doing.
So that you suffer for well doing rather than evil doing. Let the will of God be true, man. Come and suffer for the Most High God in truth, rather than for your own evil doing and for the evil doing of the world. So we want to get out of that. Oh, well, the world. Every time I ask somebody, the world say I got a personal relationship, so I'm just gonna say that too. Not knowing that they just don't know that every idle word you're gonna have to give them account for that. You saying you got a personal relationship with the Most High God, he's jotting that down day for day. Well, he said he had a personal relationship this day, don't know me. Say he had a personal relationship the other day, didn't know me. Don't say you got a personal relationship tomorrow, ain't gonna know me. So it says that for the well doing of the Most High God rather than for evil doing. We gotta understand and know what we're doing and make sure that we're doing it for the well doing of the Most High God. Like we said, we always want to be acceptable to him. Because sometimes we don't know that we're doing evil in the sight of the Most High God. And then sometimes we do. Because we stay up in the church houses when that pastor lying to you, taking your money. We stay with them people that ain't trying to lead you to the Most High God. We stay with those friends in that crowd that don't want to do nothing but keep you in trouble, don't want you to see you win. So sometimes we do know. But it said, for it to be better if the will of God be so that you suffer for well doing. Because we're going to go and do some things like Sirach 2 and 1. When you come to serve the Lord, be ready for temptation, man. So I say you'd rather be going through some good things. You'd rather go through some things being a good soldier and a good servant than to be going through things doing evil. Read verse 18.
Verse 18. For Christ also had once suffered for sins, the just for the unjust.
The just for the unjust. A spot without blemish, sacrifice his life for the blemish. Read on.
That he might bring us to God, being put to death in the flesh.
In the flesh,
but quickened by the Spirit.
But quickened by the Spirit. The just one came for the unjust, man. Being put to death, man, in the flesh. You got to believe that. The Most High came and sent his son, Christ, man, to die for us, man. And he did it for the unjust. But he said it was quickened by the Spirit. We're going to touch that and see what that Spirit is too, man. Let's go to Ephesians 6 and 14. Matter of fact, let's go to John right quick. 6 and 63. We're going to get that Spirit right quick. Well-known precept. Say it was quickened by the Spirit. We're going to go precept upon precept. That's how we're supposed to read the Bible. That's another thing. You say you got a personal relationship with the Most High God, you should know how He ordained you to read the Bible. Book of John
6 and
63.
This is the book of John, chapter 6, verse 63. It is the Spirit that quickeneth.
It is the what?
The Spirit that quickeneth.
Now we go back to 18, verse 18 of 1 Peter, and it say, being put to death in the flesh, but quickened by the Spirit. Read that again.
It is the Spirit that quickeneth.
So let's see what the Spirit is then.
The flesh profited nothing.
The flesh profited nothing.
The words that I speak unto you.
The what?
The words that I speak unto you.
They are what?
They are spirit.
And what?
And they are life.
So we're going into spirit, then we go get into the truth right quick. Let's go to Ephesians 6 and 14. Just to let you know, He died for our sins, man, and giving us back to the Most High God. And He was quickened by the Spirit, which is that word. The Most High gave Him everything, all knowledge of everything, man. He came back with that word, Almighty. You couldn't confound Christ. Christ was confounding, cutting the scribes and Pharisees so bad. That's why they wanted to kill Him. That's why they did. But He was quickened with that Spirit, the words, man. Not it's the Holy Ghost, the words. Let's go to Ephesians 6 and 14.
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 14.
Read.
And it reads, stand therefore.
Matter of fact, start at 11.
Start at 11. Put on the whole armor of God.
The Bible say, put on the whole armor of God, man. You can't go out here in front of in this world and be half guarded, man, against these wicked wiles of these devils, man. Because the devil go look for wherever you weak at, and he go attack that point. So let's say put on the whole armor, man. You got to let your light shine. You got to have them fringes on. You got to have that beard on. Women got to have that dress on with that head cover. The whole armor of God, man. Not just some of it, not just half of it. Read on.
Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
That you might be able to stand from that attack, man. Because they're attacking us every day. But you're not going to beat that attack if you got on the half armor. You got on one armband, and you just out there trying to be clean. Well, I look better with one. You know, my right arm, you know, it's a little small. I'm gonna put the one on the right arm. On the left arm, I've been hitting the weights with that one. It's not gonna work. Say put on the whole armor so that you can withstand the wiles and devils, man. Because the devil gonna attack you where you're weak. That's why we tell brothers all the time, we're only as strong as our weakest link, man. God. Put on your whole armor. Read on.
For we wrestle not against flesh and blood.
So we don't wrestle against flesh and blood, but what?
But with principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness.
Of what?
Of this world.
We wrestle against these devils out here trying to give us and indoctrinate us with all these other doctrines, man. All these other things that they want to bring up for themselves, for the vainness and the vain glory of other brothers, man. When we got the script right here. We got the blueprint right here. But brothers don't want to follow the blueprint. They want to make their own build. They don't want to follow the blueprint. Then when their house fall down and it's on shaky ground, and they want to wonder why. But what happened? You went on the right foundation. You built on shaky ground. He gave you the blueprint. Put on the whole armor. Read on. But we wrestle against the rulers of darkness of this world. Go ahead. Against spiritual wickedness in Donald Trump places. And high places. Salakia. Yeah, against read that again. Places.
All right. Against spiritual wickedness in high places.
In high places, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we wrestle
against.
That's
not adding to take it away.
So that's what we wrestle against, man. God. Spiritual wickedness, because we out here committing spiritual fornication, man. People just think fornication is sexual. Now, spiritual fornication. When you're going against your God, when you're going against your laws, your book, you commit spiritual fornication, man. And that's the biggest fornication out here. We got people all in other kind of indoctrines, man, and everything, man. Half Israelites, New Testament, Old Testament, first chapter Israelites, Torah, is this all kind of Israelites, man. God. Christian Israelites, we got all kind of things going on here, man. Read on that.
Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of God.
Say it again. Take the whole armor of God.
Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil days, and having done all to stand.
You might be able to withstand in that evil day, man. When judgment comes, you see the nuclear warfare and the nuclear war bombs hitting, and guess what they doing? They going pew right by your shoulder. Damn, I seen that. That's gonna turn somebody up. Then pew, that thing go by your right shoulder. You're like, woo, that one was way bigger than the last one, man. And you just Psalm 91 in that thing, looking at all the destruction because it ain't touching you. But in order to be that Psalm 91, you got to put on the whole armor of God. That's why we tell you, if you got a personal relationship with the Most High God, put on the whole armor. Know what He like. Know everything about the Most High God if you got a personal relationship. Or stop lying. We got to get out of that, man. Just saying what we feel. Oh, yeah, personal relationship. Oh, sanctified. Come on, stop it, man. We tired of the game. We tired of the gift of gab. Now it's time to have the gift of the Bible, man. Read on out.
Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth.
Read that again.
Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth.
And what?
And having on the breastplate of righteousness.
Let's go to Psalm 119, 142, real known scripture. So we already talked about the spirit that we got to be in, which is that word. Now, Ephesians 6 and 14, yeah. So you're having that truth. Girt your loins with the truth. You got to know the truth of this thing. Oh, God don't have a color. Christ don't have a color. Well, then you don't got the truth because it's right here in your face. Oh, God don't hate y'all love. Well, you don't got the truth because it's right here in your face in your book, man. It's in your blueprint. You know that book that's on top of your dresser with all the dust on it? The one when you pick it up, you got to blow it. Pick it up and read it, man. Because we got the truth, we just don't want to read it. We just don't want to believe it, man. Psalm 119, 142.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 119 and 142. And it reads, thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth.
And it said thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, man. And thy law is the truth. And it said, girt yourself up, man. Girt your loins up with the truth, man. And in righteousness. And we know righteousness, Deuteronomy 6 and 25. It's trying to do the law, statutes, and commandments. Trying to rehearse that righteous act. That's what righteousness is. So you need to girt your loins with that truth, man. Let's go to John 4 and 23 right quick before we get into the scriptures. Just a couple scriptures to jump it out, man. Hopefully our children, the Lord's children get an edification tonight, man. Get some type of understanding of we out of order. And we got to get back in order and stop lying, man. And stop saying stuff that everybody else saying and do. Not just talking, but actually doing. It's one thing for you to say you're a child of God, but it's another thing to be doing it. Read that out.
This is the book of John, chapter 4, verse 22.
Well, let's start at 21.
21. Jesus said unto her.
No, I'm starting at 22. Yeah.
21?
22.
22. Ye worship, ye know not what.
So you worship what you know not what. Read on.
We know what we worship. For salvation is of the Jews.
For salvation is of the Jews. We know what we worship. So for all these personal relationship Christians talking about that, yeah, everybody can be saved. God loves everybody. That's a lie. We know what we worship. And evidently you don't know what you worship.
God.
The salvation is of the who? The Jews.
Of the Jews.
Let's get a precept on that. Acts 5 and 31. We're going to go on and start at 29. We're going to start at 29. I'll read that down.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 5 and verse 29, right?
Read, exactly.
And it reads, then Peter And the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God rather than men.
We ought to obey God rather than man, children, man. Brothers and sisters. We got to obey the Most High God, man. We can't keep obeying men, pastors, deacons, preachers, whatever they so-called call themselves. And especially if they're not lining up with the scriptures, man. Like children, my brother children, like they say, our script, no lip. It's time out for all that talking. Let's get to the scriptures and see who wrong or right through the scriptures. We have to judge our people correctly through the scriptures, man. Read on that.
Verse 30. The God of our father raised up Jesus, whom ye slew and hanged on a tree.
Who you slew and hanged on the tree. Because that spirit, that same spirit that was back there, that same spirit here today. Say who you. We did that to our Lord, man. Read on.
Him hath God exalted with his right hand to be a prince.
To be a what?
A prince.
And a what?
And a savior.
And a what?
And a savior.
Read on.
For to give repentance to Israel and forgiveness of sin.
Salvation is of the Jews, man. We ought to obey God rather than man, man. We got plenty of scriptures or precepts giving you understanding that we are the children of the Most High God, man. We are the Jews, man.
You know, and another thing that I think a lot of our people miss too, to help them to understand who are really the true Israelites. Right here, it just said, it says he who hung on a tree, right? And then I think we read further on in the scripture, it tells us that cursed is the men that hangeth from tree. You know what I'm saying?
Who the only one can hang on the tree?
Us in Christ.
Still to this day, man.
All right. And the apostles.
So we got to understand that, man, the salvation is of the Jews. Salvation is not for everybody, man. Yeah, they can make it to the kingdom, but it's stipulation. Isaiah 14 to give y'all that stipulation. You want to know where they're going to be, what they're going to be doing, what their place going to be? Go read Isaiah 14. And tell you where they're going to be. It's sure ain't going to be with us. It's going to be underneath us, man.
That's right.
Beneath us, man. Let's go on and jump into it. Let's go to 2 Ezra 5.
2 Ezra chapter 5.
2 Ezra chapter 5, verse 8. Get into this thing, man. Because there's a lot of confusion right now. And, a lot of these Christianites, a lot of people, man, not just Christians too, but we confused, man. We don't know.
It's the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 5, starting with verse 8. And it reads, there shall be a confusion also in many places.
Confusion in many places. We confused as a nation of people right now today. We don't know who we are. We didn't know our nationality. We just now coming back to the laws that we just start finding out that were our laws. It's a big confusion. And a lot of our people don't want to get there. They don't want to go. Therefore, confusion is real big. It's like a ball of like Temptation said, a ball of confusion. Man, just a big ball of confusion. Because you got a small remnant of the Most High God's children that's trying to get back into our understanding, but then you got this big remnant that just want to stay confused and stay lost. So it says it's going to be confusion. Also in many places, read on.
And the fire shall be off sent out against.
Read.
Again. Yeah. And the wild beasts shall change their places.
And the wild beasts shall change their places, man. And that's what's going on, whether you know it or not. The wild beasts, these Edomites, these other nations, man, they done got above us now. Now we on the bottom. When the Most High God made us to be the kings and princes of this world, man.
That's right.
But the wild beasts, they done changed the thing. They done changed the game. Now they on top. And we on bottom. Why? Because we broke God's laws, man. But this is heavy right here. This is street going, letting you know. The wild beasts, man, have changed places, man. They always supposed to be under us. But because of us breaking our laws, they done got over us. They done changed the places. Now they are here ruling. Big kicking it up, sitting back in the air conditioner, telling us how to work and how long we got to work. And no, you can't clock out. No, you can't have a break today. No, you can't do but 30 minutes a day instead of an hour lunch. No, you can't leave at 4 o'clock like you're supposed to. We stand at 7. When they're supposed to be us telling them, stop playing, Esau. You know you ain't getting no break. Only thing I'm gonna break is my foot off in your butt. But we don't care. We just have. They gave me a job. Master gave me a job. Master gave me $17. I was making $12. He gave me 17. We supposed to have all unlimited funds, man. Read on now.
And mistress women shall bring forth monsters.
Mistress women, man. Mistress women, uncleanness, man. Women shall bring forth monsters. And when you have them kind of women, they create monsters. What's going on today? These little children out here, ain't they monsters? Ain't that what's going on? These little children monsters, man. They are crazy. You got 12 and 13-year-olds, man, out here, big toting pistols and everything, man. We have created monsters in this world. And that's our fault. We got to give account for that. That's why the brothers and sisters that's in this walk, that's why they're trying to give so much back to the world, give so much back to the community. Because that blood on our hands, we got to get all that blood off our hands. What, you think your hands clean? Oh, because you wash your hands with a little Dove, you clean? Nah, it's blood all over your hands, man. And we didn't even know it. But we put our people in a deeper situation that they were in as well. I know I did, doing a lot of things that I did.
Yeah.
You was a pastor. I was a street dude.
In a drug dealer.
Exactly.
Used to do it all.
Exactly. So we got a lot of blood we got to get off our hands, man, so we won't be able to, so we can stop creating these monsters, man. Read on now.
And salt waters shall be found in the sweets.
Man, you know we can't drink no salt water. Well, that's how the world done changed upside down. You taking salt water for sweet, you taking evil for good. Romans 1:25, who changed the truth of God into a lie. Evil is now good and good is evil. Says salt water sweet, you know that's a lie. But there ain't a lot of our people. Because they love that evil. They love that wickedness. They love them lies, bro. Just tell him I'm gonna be all right. Just tell him I look good. I know I don't, but just tell him I do. What? Brother, you look terrible. Sister, you look horrible. Tell me I look, brother, you gaining a little bit without no corona got me sitting at the house. Tell me the truth, man. You doing a little gaining, Larry? You gain. I can't wait for the gym to open back up. I'm the first one in that thing. I need a little motivation. I need that treadmill, man. I gotta get some motivation around. But yeah, we want the truth, man. Stop giving us these lies, man. And first thing we gotta do is be able to accept the truth. See, we can't accept that. A lot of people can't accept that. You feel like somebody did you wrong when they give you the truth. Now, somebody loved you enough to tell you the truth. That's what they did. They loved you enough not to lie to you no more. Telling you the truth. Read on now.
And this next part, Doc, is really actually true black on black.
Oh crime. Yeah, this a precept with Isaiah 3 and 5.
5, right?
Yeah,
right.
3 and 5 and 3 and 12. Read on.
And all friends shall destroy one another.
And all friends shall destroy one another. That's what we're doing, man. We got our pastors out here destroying people. You got all these hoodlums destroying people. They want you to grow up and be that. Women, I don't want no good dude. I want a dope boy. Destroying our people's minds, man. And now you don't want to grow up and be no good man. You want to be a what? You want to be a dope boy.
Dope boy, that's it.
Oh, the pastor up there getting all the women. He talked to all. I want to be a pastor. So what if he telling lies? He got a BMW, nice crib. Yeah, I want that. And we destroying ourselves as friends. Now we supposed to be friends with each other, but we destroying ourselves. Now read on.
Then shall wit hide itself.
Then shall understanding hide itself. Knowledge. Because now knowledge here, the knowledgeable man ain't so knowledgeable now.
Right.
Oh, smart ain't smart no more. Smart is dumb. Dumb is smart.
And preachers is the living image of it.
Read on.
And understanding withdraw itself into his secret chamber.
Said understanding done left, man. Understanding gone. Hey, y'all seen understanding, man? That Negro gone. That Negro left about an hour ago, man. That Negro left 100 years ago, matter of fact. That Negro doing 100 in a 2-mile-an-hour zone. Wisdom, understanding gone. You think he come back, man? Understanding gone. We trying to get him to come back, though. The Israelites, we trying to wake up our people, man, our nation. Read on, like verse 9, verse 10.
And shall be salt of many.
So we looking for understanding. Many are looking for understanding to this day. Well, what?
And yet not be found.
But y'all not finding understanding. Y'all not finding wisdom in them churches, man. Lying. Talking about personal relationship and this and that. But it shall not be found. Why? Because you're not doing the proper necessities to get wisdom and to get understanding. to get wisdom and understanding is to keep the laws of the Most High God. Those are the brothers and sisters that's well endowed with the scriptures, man. Those are the brothers that you should be seeking guidance from and counsel from. Well, we seeking counsel from the low. Pastor, theological, the top theological at Oral Roberts.
But brother, in Jesus' name, brother, I have really had a personal relationship with Jesus.
And don't know what his favorite nothing is. Let's get into it, man.
But he done away with the law. Yeah, right.
So it said it won't be found. Read it out.
Then shall unrighteousness and incontinency. Say that again.
Incontinency.
Yeah, that word. Be multiplied upon earth.
Yeah, I get that a lot of times. If I don't know it, I just happen to know it today. That word. Say that again. Yeah, that word.
That word right there.
And this unrighteousness is multiplied on the earth today. Brothers and sisters, we know we living in these last days right now. Unrighteousness is multiplied on the earth today, man. Doing wrong is way better than doing right today. That's what they want. They want you to be a bad guy. Yeah, I'm a thug. I'm a hood. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's what everybody want today. Don't nobody want righteousness. Don't nobody want the truth. They just want them live. Let's jump down to 5 and 20.
2nd Ezra, chapter 5, verse 20.
Read.
And so I fasted 7 days.
What did Edge do?
Fasted 7 days.
So the angel Uriel told you want to get some understanding, you want some wisdom, you need to fast 7 days. And that's what our people need to do. We don't understand. We don't want to pray, we don't want to fast, we want to pray and do all things wrong. First of all, we're praying wrong. That's first of all what we're doing. Then he give you the guideline on how to get understanding. Say fast and pray. Let's go to 6 and 5 right quick with Matthew. Just touch this right quick.
6 and 5.
Because first of all, we praying wrong. Edgar's giving you the guideline on how to get it. He say, and so I fasted 7 days, mourning and reaping like the angel, like the Uriel the angel commanded me. Edgar wanted to know. He wanted to get some answers. So if our people really want to know and get some answers, what should our people be doing?
Fasting and
praying. But not like the hypocrites, man. We're going to read this right quick. Not like the hypocrites, though. Because, see, y'all think that, going out into the world, and, he's a prayer warrior. He's a prayer nothing. He's a prayer
Lord,
meaning.
I need you to come in. And all that crazy.
He's a prayer warrior. Prayer warrior. The prayer minister, man. Damn. Stop playing, because that ain't how you commanded to pray, man. Read this 6 and 5, Matthew.
And this is the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 5. And when thou prayest, thou shalt not be as the hypocrites are.
As the who?
As the hypocrites are.
Okay, let's see what a hypocrite do.
For they love to pray, standing in the synagogues and in the corners of the streets.
That they what?
That they may be seen of men.
That ain't how you supposed to pray. Oh, I'm a prayer warrior. Hey, brother, Deacon Cal, lead us in prayer. That's our deacon warrior. And he come out there in the street and everybody bow your head. You know what I'm saying? Lord, I want you to hear this. Come on, man. Let's read on how we should pray, though. But read that. They have what?
They have their reward. They that may be seen of men.
So
verily.
Read on.
Verily, I say unto you,
what?
They have their reward.
They're going to get their reward. They want to be seen of men. They want to be called a prayer warrior and all this stuff. But you want to do all that praying like that, be a hypocrite, you got your reward. We don't.
But thou, when thou prayest, enter into thy closet.
So what? How was Edris praying?
In his closet. And when thou hast shut the door, pray to the Father which is in secret, and thy Father which seeth in secret shall reward thee openly.
Man, the Most High, he's so crafty with them words. He said, man, pray in secret. But guess what? You pray in secret, I'm gonna reward you openly. That's love there.
Yeah.
Get into your closet, get into your element where you at home. Give a thanks to the Most High God and pray to him. Humble and seek his face, man. And try to do exactly what you can do. This is what Edris did. He said, I fasted and prayed for 7 days, 7 nights, man, so that I can get the understanding. Let's go back to Edges. Just wanted to touch that right quick. So we should be fasting and praying, brothers and sisters, in righteousness, not according to the hypocrite's way.
Go back over 20.
Yeah.
2nd Ezra, chapter 5, verse 20. And so I fasted 7 days, mourning and weeping, like as Uriel, the angel, commanded me.
Read on.
And after 7 days, so it was that the thoughts of my heart were very grievous unto me again.
And that's what Solomon says. King Solomon said the same thing. He said when he got all that wisdom, he said it grieved him, man, because he got some understanding. He's seen some things, and everything wasn't pretty that he's seen. It's just saying the same thing. My heart was very grievous to me, man. Again. See, sometimes we ask for things that we don't know, and the Most High don't give it to you because you're not ready for it. You're not ready to get that understanding yet. Ezra was built up strong enough to get that fasting and praying. He said, my heart was grievous again. Like, man, I thought I wanted the truth, but man, I got this truth right now. And man, it kind of upset me, man, because he's seen what it was true, man. Read on now, verse 22.
And my soul recovered the spirit of understanding.
And what did he get?
Spirit of understanding.
So he got some understanding. Go ahead.
And I began to talk with the Most High again.
All right, well, so let's get into some of this personal relationship. Matter of fact, oh man, I don't got my phone. You got your phone? Give me a definition of personal. I forgot to write it down, man. Slack, yeah. I want a definition of personal.
Would it be in here?
No, I don't think so. I don't think it's in the design. I just want to give y'all a definition of personal. I just want you to hear what personal is, man. You got it?
Yeah.
Appreciate it. We'll read this definition of personal. Of affecting or belonging to a particular person rather than to anyone else. Affecting or belonging to a particular person rather than anyone else. So if you got a personal relationship with the Most High God, you should know exactly what he likes, contrary to what everybody else likes. Everybody else saying is, but what does he like? Of or concerning one's private life, relationships, and emotions rather than matter connected with one's public professional career. So it's like this. You got a personal relationship with the Most High God, you should know what he like. Okay, you got a personal relationship with your family, with your daughters or your sons. You know what they like to eat. You know what they like for breakfast, right? You know what they don't like. You know where they like to go, where they don't like to go. You know who they like, and every day they come home from school and tell you who they can't stand. Mom, I can't stand this girl, Shania. She just keeps on pressing my buttons. And what your mama say, don't worry about that girl Shania today. You just go there and get your lesson. That's a personal relationship. You know what she like. You know what she don't like. You know what he like. You know what he don't like. So for you to say you have a personal relationship with the Most High God and you don't know what he like, you just look like a fool, man. And we be looking at them Christians like, really? Really? You got a personal relationship, huh? Personal? Let's see some of the personal things about the Most High God.
His favorite flower is the Rose of Sharon.
Is it? Let's see what his flower is. We're getting into that. Let's see some personal things of the Most High God, man. If you got a personal relationship with the Most High God, let's see. Let's read verse 23.
Verse 23. And said, O Lord, that bearest rule of every wood of the earth, and of all the trees thereof, thou hast chosen the one only vine.
The what?
One only vine.
What's in all the trees? He chose the vine to be his favorite of the vine. Let's go to Ezekiel 15:2. We're just gonna touch a few scriptures, man, to back up his love for what he likes. And we're gonna be here long. But you're gonna understand how to have a personal relationship with the Most High God. It ain't just talking about it. It's about knowing what he likes, knowing what he don't like.
This is the book of Ezekiel 15:2. Son of man, what is the vine tree more than any tree?
He said, what is the vine tree more than any tree? Read on.
Or than a branch.
Or than a branch.
Which is among a tree of the forest.
Which is among the tree of the forest. He said, what is the vine tree more than any tree or any branch? Go down to verse 4.
Verse 4. Behold, it is cast into the fire for fuel. The fire devoured both the end of it and the midst of it, and is burned. Is it meat for any work?
So he said, okay, I made the vine. You know, he put the vine around a lot of trees and a lot of things, didn't he? But he said it's going to fuel the fire, though, because where is judgment going to start first?
In the house
of Israel. And we are that vine. We are that chosen vine that he loves, man. But he said it's going to be fuel for fire. He said, I'm going to put you in the midst of all this other stuff. And even though I put it there, I put you there to outshine everything else. To teach the other people. To teach the other trees and other things how to be, man. Read on out verse 6. Drop down to verse 6.
Therefore, thus said the Lord, as the vine tree among the trees of the forest.
He said, I put y'all around all the other trees, but I had this one true vine. I wanted y'all to make y'all light be known. Y'all shine, y'all light upon the other trees, man. Read on.
Which I have given to the fire for fuel.
Because some of us ain't want to get this truth. A lot of these vines gonna be put right into that lake of fire, man.
Right. So will I give the inhabitants of Jerusalem.
And that's what he's thinking. We are that true vine, man. Let's go to verse 24 of Edges. Go back to second Edges.
Verse 24. And of all lands of the whole world, thou hast chosen thee one pit, and of all the flowers thereof, one lily.
One what?
One lily.
So the Most High favorite flower was a lily.
What is rose and Sharon?
I thought it was a rose.
No, sir.
If you got a personal relationship with the Most High God, you know it. Let's go to Luke. Luke 12:27.
The book of Luke, chapter 5.
12.
Oh, 12?
Yeah, Luke 12, chapter 12
and 7.
Verse 27.
27.
Get some understanding, man. The Most High picked this lily, man. Be his favorite. Edris getting this knowledge right now. Edris fasted and prayed, and now Uriah brought him the angel brought him through the words of the Most High God. He brought him to him what it is, showing him. He loved a lily. Read on.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 27. Consider the lilies, how they grow.
He said, consider the lily, how they grow.
They toil not.
So he said they grow straight. Ain't no bending and turning around each other.
They spin not. And yet I say unto you that Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these.
That's so heavy. He said, and Solomon's wisdom, all the knowledge that Solomon had. We just went over a class of this, man. This is how important the lily is to the Most High God. He said of all of Solomon's wisdom and knowledge that he had, his beauty with his glory was still not arrayed like one of the lilies, man. That's heavy.
It's real heavy.
That is heavy, man. And most we already know Solomon was well endowed with all wisdom. Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon in the Apocrypha, chapter 7, verse 7.
Wisdom, gold, true.
Man, I was reading this like, Lord, man, that's crucial. That's his favorite, man. And that's heavy. That's I'm telling you. When we read these scriptures and see how much, and like we did last week, just did a class on King Solomon, how much wisdom and knowledge King Solomon had, and he just said that even his beauty didn't array to the lily, man. Man, that's a blessing, man. That's the Most High, man.
And Solomon also said, I am black but confident.
He said, I'm black but beautiful, man.
And the Most High still put the lily over there.
That's right. Read verse 7, chapter 7, verse 7.
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7 and verse 7.
Read.
Wherefore I pray.
What did King Solomon do?
Wherefore I pray.
Come on, brothers and sisters. We got to pray the right way. We got to pray righteously, man. Read on.
And understanding was given.
And what?
And understanding was given.
Edris just said the same thing. He prayed, fasted, and he got the understanding. King Solomon said,
I
prayed,
that thing.
And I got understanding was given. Read on.
I called upon Yahweh, and the spirit of wisdom came to me.
So Solomon was very wise. That's not in 17. We're going to see how wise he was. We just went over these precepts in class.
Verse 17. For he hath given me certain knowledge of the things that are.
Of the things that are. Let's see what kind of knowledge Solomon had.
Namely, to know how the world was made.
That's some knowledge. To know how the world was made. Let's see what kind of knowledge Solomon had.
And the operations of the elements.
So Solomon knew how the world was made. He knew how everything was in order, how the sun and the moon and everything. He got all this wisdom and knowledge. Read on.
The beginning, ending, and midst of the time.
So Solomon got what happened in the beginning. Solomon got the future prophecies of what was going to happen in the end and the time that he was in at that moment. He had all wisdom and doubt in there. Read on.
The alterations of the turning of the sun.
The what?
The alterations of the turning of the sun.
Not the word, not the earth, but the sun. And what?
And the change of seasons.
So he had that knowledge, man. Read on. He had that wisdom. Read on.
The circuits of years and the position of stars.
Solomon had the wisdom to even know why each star was in each adequate place it was in, man. This is how wise this man was. Read on.
The nature of living creatures.
The nature of all the living creatures. Read on.
And the fury of wild beasts.
Of these other nations, these crazy Edomites and all these other nations. He knew all that. The fury, how wild they was going to be. Read on.
The violence of wind.
He knew big tornadoes was going to come and things like that. Big tornadoes was going to come. Read on.
And the reasoning of men.
And the reasoning of men. Read on.
The devastation.
Diversities.
Hold up. The diversities of plants.
The different type of plants. He had all that. Read on.
And the virtue of roots. And all such things are either secret or manifest them I know.
Solomon he said, and all things that were either secret or manifest, he said, them I know. Let's go back and read Luke again, man. 12 and 28. 12 and 27.
Consider the lilies, how they grow. They toil not.
So ain't no stumbling block going on with the lily, man. Like our people are stumbling blocks. Ain't no stumbling block.
They spin not.
They spin not.
And yet I say unto you that Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these.
So in all that glory that Solomon had, man, beginning and ending of the time, diversities of roots and plants and the stars and the turning of the sun, he said the lily was still more arrayed and beautiful than that, man. That's heavy, man. That's his favorite plant, ain't it? That's his favorite flower.
That's his favorite flower.
Man, Lord, that's crucial, man.
That's his favorite flower.
That's right. Let's jump to 25, man. Go back to Esdras, chapter 5, verse 25.
Second Esdras, chapter 5, verse 25. And of all the depths of the sea, thou hast filled thee one river.
One river. What was that river?
And of all builded? Okay, that one river had to been Jordan.
The Jordan River. Let's go to. We'll stop right there. Let's go to Matthew.
Matthew
3 and 13. Because there was two. I just want to give on two events that occurred in the Jordan River. One of them being what we're going to read in Matthew 3 and 13.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 3 and 13.
Read.
Then cometh Jesus, Yahushua, from Galilee to the Jordan,
to the Jordan,
unto John,
to what?
to be baptized of him.
So our Lord Christ was baptized in the Jordan River. And it wasn't just with the water, because we always got to touch it, because people are like, yeah, see, they baptism. He wasn't just washed with the word, he was washed with the water by the word. It wasn't just a baptism of the water, it was the water by the word, man, because like we always tell people, if you dunk a homosexual in that water, and he ain't got these laws, he ain't changed his heart, he ain't repented as an Israelite, when he come up, he gonna be a what?
A flaming wet homosexual.
He is gonna still be a wet homosexual, man. But you baptize that homosexual in the word of the Most High God and give him the laws, and he changed and repent from that.
God.
Then he changed, man.
When he come up, then he's gonna come up right.
And that's right. And then go back and read that again. In Esdras 5 and 25.
The book of Esdras, chapter 5 and 25. Mm-hmm. And of all the depths of the sea, thou hast filled thee one river.
And then what else in the Jordan? Most High finally got us from the Egyptians, man. He dried up the Jordan River. And that's in Joshua chapter 3 when I go there. But he led Joshua and them over the Jordan River, man. And got us out of Egypt, man, for that final time, man. That was two great things that he meant to happen in the Jordan, which is his favorite river. Now let's read 25 again. Let's get the second part. And
of all builded cities, thou hast hallowed Zion unto thyself.
Is hallowed what?
Zion unto thyself.
Let's go to Psalm 74 and 2. Because Zion, man, whether y'all know it or not, because everybody loves to say, what's the motherland? Africa, the motherland. Let's go back to the motherland. That ain't the motherland. We're going to show you what the motherland is, and that's a well-known precept, man. Psalm 74 and 2.
Mm-hmm. All right. The book of Psalms, chapter 74, verse 2.
Bring it out.
Remember thy congregation.
King David said, remember the congregation and remember the people, Lord. Read on.
Which thou hast purchased of old.
Which thou hast purchased of old. Because, man, he read on that. Yeah, my word got caught up like I'm going to read on.
The road of thine inheritance.
The road of thine inheritance that Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob see. He said, don't forget them, Lord. Read on.
Which thou hast redeemed. This Mount Zion, wherein thou hast dwelt.
So this was where our people dwelt. This was the land. That's where God, and Zion, it means where God dwelt. This is the holy land in the city. Let's go to Galatians. So we can see what the motherland is. Leg that up, man.
Yeah.
Galatians 5 and 26.
It's the book of Galatians, chapter 5 and verse 26. Let us not be. No,
Shalakia.
Yeah.
4 and 26. That's my fault. Shalakia, my bad. 4 and 26. Forgive me.
You forgive or not? Don't let it happen again. But Jerusalem.
But what?
But Jerusalem, which is above, is free.
Which what?
Which is the mother of us all.
So this is Mount Zion, man, right here, man. This is the Most High's land that He chose, man. Read on. Zion to be hallowed unto thyself. Read verse, jump to 26. Esdras 26.
Back to book Esdras, chapter 5 and 26. And of all the fowls that are created, thou hast named thee one dove.
One what?
Dove.
What is his favorite fowl?
Dove.
Okay, you have a personal relationship, you would know that, man. Let's go to Song of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 14. Because see, this is one thing that I know a lot of people don't like to do. They like to read the scriptures, but they don't want to get no witness to back it up. And the Bible commands us, man, Isaiah 28, man, and 10, to read the Bible precept upon precept, line upon line. Here a little and there a little. So if you know, if you got a personal relationship with the Most High God, then you should know how He commands you to read the Bible. You got to have a witness behind it. Second Song of Solomon 2 and 14.
This is the book of Songs of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 14.
Read.
Oh, my dove.
Oh, my what?
Oh, my dove. that art in the cleft of the rock, in the secret place of the stairs. Let me see thy countenance.
Let me see thy beauty, man. Read on.
Let me hear thy voice. For sweet is thy voice.
And what?
And thy countenance is comely.
And that's a beautiful thing to the Most High God. He said his voice is sweet, man. Sweet is thy voice. And our countenance is comely, man. That's his favorite bird. Let's go to Genesis 8 and 8. That's his favorite file. Go to Genesis 8 and 8.
The book of Genesis.
This is how you get a personal relationship with the Most High God, man. You get in there and you study him, man, and study what he likes, man.
The book of Genesis, chapter 8, verse 8. Also, he sent forth a dove from him.
What did he send?
A dove.
So Noah, this is when the world was flooded, and the Most High flooded the world, and then and he told Noah to send a dove out to see was the water still there or was it gone? And what kind of fowl did he send?
A dove.
He could have sent any fowl out there, but he sent his favorite fowl, and that dove. Read on.
To see if the waters were abased from off the face of the ground.
Read on.
But the dove found no rest for the sole of her foot, and she returned unto him into the ark. For the waters, is that Ver? Was that, is that a V?
Well, it's a W.
It's a W?
Your book probably can't see it.
Waters were, okay. Thanks, Doc. Thank you.
Don't let it happen again.
Yeah, all right.
Got him back. Got you back.
That's a good one, Doc. All right, man.
Read verse 9 again.
Hold on, Doc.
8 and 9.
Let me pull this thing because it's got a whole lot of words messed up here. All right. 8 and 9. But the dove found no rest for the sole of her foot, and she returned unto him into the ark, for the waters were on the face of the whole earth. Then he put forth his hand and took her and pulled her in unto him unto the ark.
So this is going into that Noah sent the dove. He could have sent any other bird, any other fowl that he heard in there. He had all the fowls of the other bird. He sent the dove. And the dove was like, no, I can't touch that. It's still water down there. I can't chill. So the dove came back, you know what I'm saying? And just letting you know that the dove is his favorite fowl, man. And let's go back to Exodus 5 and read 26 again, the last part.
All right. And of all the cattle that are made, thou hast provided thee one sheep.
One what?
One sheep.
Okay, let's go to John 10 and 3. His favorite cattle is what animal? The sheep.
The sheep.
John 10 and 3.
This is the book of St. John, chapter 10, verse 3. To him the porter openeth, and the sheep hears his voice.
And the who?
And the sheep hears his voice.
So he calling us the sheep, man. And that's how you know his sheep, because he said, my sheep hear my voice, right?
Right.
He called us his sheep. That's his favorite. It's his favorite animal. Read on.
And he calleth his own sheep by name, and leadeth them out.
Read on.
And when he putteth forth his own sheep, he goeth before them, and the sheep follows him.
And the what follow him?
And the sheep follow him.
So we should be following the Most High God. We are their sheep. Read on.
For they know his voice.
For they what?
They know his voice.
That's what we tell a lot of people out there, man. If they don't get this truth, they might not be the sheep of the Most High God, because we tell them all Israel is not Israel. They might be a what they call a wolf in sheep clothing, man.
Sheep clothing. Come on, now.
He said, because my sheep go hear my voice. Read on now.
And a stranger will they not follow, but will flee from him.
That sheep, that real sheep ain't gonna go. That's a bad shepherd. I said, them real sheep, they not gonna follow no any old body. So when that shepherd, that true shepherd, the Most High God, get them that call, guess what they gonna do? Drop everything quick. Craig's in trouble. Craig in trouble. Drop quick. For Craig's in trouble. I got a message for you. Craig in trouble. Oh man, what did Daddy do? Papa gotta go. I'm coming, Craig. I'm coming, Craig. That's right. Hot sauce on his burrito and everything. Yes, on his way. His sheep hear his voice, man. He said, they ain't gonna let no strangers take them away, man. See, we once were strangers, though. We did at one point in time. Yeah. We was letting all these different shepherds take us left and right, boy. But now, that's right. But now we back with that one shepherd, man, and we them sheep. He calling us, man. Read that.
And a stranger will they not follow, but will flee from him. For they know not the voice of a stranger.
That's right. Now, so some of us know that voice ain't the Most High God. And that voice is these scriptures.
These scriptures. Come on.
You're a stranger if you ain't reading these laws, man. You're a stranger if you ain't going to the law. You're a stranger if you're not telling them people that the laws are done away with, man. That they don't have to keep these laws, that this ain't a law, this ain't a law. The Torah is the only thing you follow. You're a stranger, man. And we don't hear that. The true sheep. Drop down to verse 15.
Verse 15. As the Father knoweth me, even so know I the Father, and I lay down my life for the sheep.
Christ said he laid down his life for the sheep, man. That's his favorite animal. So he'll lay down his life for his sheep, man. Read on, though, because I want to hear this.
And other sheep I have, which are not of my fold, of this fold. Them also I must bring, and they shall hear my voice. And there shall be one fold and one shepherd.
Oh, here go the Christians. I told you. Anybody close the book. It's over. Throw it away. I told you everybody can make it. He just said, which are not of this fold. I must bring them. Hold on, this more sheep. That's a great point. That's a great point right there. That's going into the northern and southern split, man. The kingdom split, man. That's in Kings chapter 12. 1 Kings chapter 12, man. Where the northern and the southern tribes split, man.
Right.
If you don't know that, you just go with anything. That's why the Bible say, study to show thyself approved. That's going into the northern and the southern kingdom coming back and being one sheep with one shepherd.
God.
Let's go to Ezekiel. Ezekiel 37. Book of Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 15.
Word of the Lord came unto me.
Yep. Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 15.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 37, starting with verse 15. Listen up, Israel. The word of the Lord came again unto me, saying.
Saying what?
Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick.
How many sticks?
One stick. And write up on it for Judah and for the children of Israel, his companion. Then take another stick and write up on it for Joseph and the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel, his companions.
See, Ephraim was the head of Samaria, man. Ephraim was the head of the north tribe. Judah the head of the south, man. But he said he gonna get this one stick, though. He said, I want to bring this one stick. We gonna get them back. They finna be one. Ain't gonna be no northern or southern. This finna be just Israel again. And this Israel gonna be the whole 12 tribes.
Read
verse 17.
And join them one to another.
And do what?
And join them one to another.
He's talking about everybody. He's talking about Judah and Ephraim. He's talking about the northern and the southern kingdom, man. And join them one to another into what?
Into one stick.
Into what?
One stick. And they shall become one in thine hand.
That's what that's going into. I seen 16. I said, yeah, that's great. We got to come back. And that's what we tell people.
One stick.
We're not getting back until we get the northern tribe too. That's why we out there telling our Issachar brothers, man, Native Americans, man, y'all the chosen seed too, man. Y'all going through the same thing we going to. And we not getting back into the kingdom until we get the whole nation of Israel back together, man.
And too, there's a lot of people too get Romans, what is it, Romans 9, all twisted and messed up. Now Romans 11, where it talks about until the Gentiles come in.
Yeah, see,
they get that mixed up,
right?
You know,
going into the Gentile. Yeah, I understand that Gentile has another meaning, man.
Right.
Right. If you have a personal relationship with the Most High God, you know Gentile usually means a non-Israelite.
That's right.
I mean, usually, but sometimes you see Gentile, that's the same people of your nation. They just in a Gentile state of mind. That's right. Let's go to 27. Let's go back to Idris. I mean, Idris 5 and 27. Gonna be the last one we're gonna hit on. We're gonna get some common ground on if we got a personal relationship with the Most High God, we should be knowing what's personal to Him.
Back to the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 5, verse 27. And among all the multitude of people, thou hast gotten thee one people.
Of all the multitude of people, you got what?
One people.
But you got a personal relationship with the Most High God. But you sitting up here talking about that God loves everybody. But you got a personal relationship with the Most High God. When Edris just got the understanding about fasting and prayer and understanding, and he said that out of all the people, you got one people. All the multitudes of people that you made, you got one people. Read on out.
And unto this people,
I'm glad you put emphasis on it. Unto this one people that you do love. Read on.
Whom thou lovest.
Whom thou what?
Lovest.
Come on, man, cutting you up, man.
Thou gavest a law that is approved of all. Let's go get that thing.
What you want to get? I ain't give you the what you want to get. Psalm 190, Psalm 147.
Yes, sir. Man. Yeah, I'm giving only to Israel.
That's right. Let's go to Psalms, man. Psalm 147:19, and then we'll go to Deuteronomy 4:6 too. Yeah, you got one people, man. Y'all got to know this, man. We got to know this, Israel. We trying to save everybody, but man, we want everybody to make it. Nah, they can't. They're gonna mess up the kingdom, man. It's gonna be chaos. We don't want chaos in the kingdom. We want peace. Solomon reigned for 40 years of peace. We want peace, man. That's what we want forever, man. Everlasting peace, man. And we won't get it until we get this northern southern kingdom back, get the understanding of our people, get out of these churches, and have a real personal relationship with the Most High God.
Was that Psalm what?
147.
147, yeah.
Verse 19 to 20.
Almost to the last one. Psalm 147.
No, we go hit it with precepts all day, street precepts with this one. He said, thou has gotten one people. You know, we always hit them with these 3D precepts. We're going to Malachi 1 and 1. We're going to Romans. We're going to Joel 2 and 27. We're going to Genesis 1 and 27. Genesis 2 and 7. Matter of fact, well, we stay there right quick. Nah, I won't. Go to Genesis before we go to Psalms. Hold your Psalms. We finna get out of here, though. These are the last precepts right here.
Genesis?
Go to Genesis 1 and 27.
Genesis 1 and 27. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 1, verse 27.
Read.
So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them.
Male and female created he them. So there's some people. It's some people, right? Well, let's jump down to 2 and 7 and see what kind of people this was.
2 and 7.
Genesis chapter 2, verse 7.
Genesis chapter 2, verse 7. And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground.
Now, he created first man, right? He said he formed this man. Read on.
And breathed into his nostrils the breath of life.
The what?
The breath of life.
In other words, the laws. He gave this man, this particular man that he formed and formed from the dust of the ground, which is ours. You know, the dust of the ground is black into the ground, like they say, Judah, black into the ground. He said he breathed into him the breath of life. And what?
And man became a living soul.
So that's that people right there. So you got two different kind of people right here in this situation. But this person this Adam got the law, statutes, and commandments breathing into him. So let's go to Psalm 147:19.
The Ruach.
Just want to touch that.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 147 and verse 19.
Read.
He showed his word unto Jacob.
Unto who?
unto Jacob.
You know, Jacob changed his name to Israel, the 12 tribe father.
His statutes and his judgment unto Israel.
Unto everybody.
Unto Israel.
Wait a minute, God only got one chosen people?
Unto Israel.
Ezra so said it. Ezra saying out of all the people, you got your one people that you gave laws to. Read on, verse 20.
Verse 20. He had not dealt so with any nation.
He had not dealt so with what?
Any nation.
He ain't dealt so how he dealt with the children of Israel than any other nation, man. Read on.
And as for his judgments, they have not known them.
What?
Praise ye the Lord.
And these so-called Edomites, they out here growing their beards. They grow their beards in 2 weeks. Full-fledged beard, they don't know what they doing it for. And even our people, they don't know what this beard game. No, it ain't. This is law game. It's just kind of funny how the world getting into the end of time now. Everybody started back to wear beards. We weren't wearing beards. But about 5-10 years ago, everybody started getting back into wearing beards.
No, I had to show the smoothness of my face.
No, you know, I was cut up, man. You know, I couldn't even grow a beard, man. I just had to cut that thing. But when I got into these laws, the Most High gave me the ability to start growing my beard. So they don't. He said that's for the other nations and for his judgments. They don't know his judgments. They don't know to keep the laws. They don't know. We asked them. They don't know. They don't know about no laws and statutes. They don't know nothing about our God. They talk about SIBO. Said the Moshe. Yeah, I'm trying to get mine like SIBO. I'm putting their beard. Yeah, this I look like SIBO on them. They don't know his judgment, man. Let's go to
looking like Eddie Gibbs.
Let's go to Malachi 1:4. 1:1.
The book of Malachi. All right. 1:1. The burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, said the Lord.
He said, I loved you, Israel. Read on.
Yet he say, wherein hast thou loved us?
Oh, we say, dang, Lord, they shooting us down. They done got over top of us. They leading, we the tail. How you love us, man? We doing everything they tell us to do. You love us? Read on.
Was not Esau Jacob's brother?
He said, hold on now. Don't fix your mouth. You know that parent, hey, watch your mouth now.
Don't get that joke.
I'm gonna go on and give you the understanding though. But watch him out. He said, was not Jacob Esau's brother, man? Read on.
Said the Lord.
Uh-huh.
Yet I love Jacob.
Uh-huh.
And I hated Esau.
Man, he did what?
And I hated Esau.
He said, man, I loved you, Israel. He said, he said, you and Esau were brothers, man. He said, but I loved you and I did what? I hated Esau.
Hated Esau.
Ezra said, man, you got all these people, out of all these people, you love one people. You had one chosen people. That was that one chosen people right there. He just put a difference in between the people right there. He put a difference in Psalm 147:19 when he say, as for my judgment, they have not known him. He had not dealt so with any nation.
Right.
One people, personal relationship of talkers. Not everybody. Everybody. God is love. Love. The kingdom of love. He's not preaching love. These guys are not preaching love. They're preaching hate. We teaching love and hate. See, y'all think Most High God just some more, like we say, like come out and pass out flowers and little toy cars or something.
Lollipop kisses and hugs.
Yeah, little toy. Here, you want a little toy car? Here you go. Zoom, zoom. All fun and game. But we teaching love to keep the commandments, and that's how you love the Most High God. We teaching who He hates, man. The personal relationship that we have with our God to show you that He has a certain people that He loves and a certain people that He hates. Let's go to Joel 2:27. We'll get out of here with Jeremiah 17:9. It's two more scriptures, man. Just wanted to touch on this, man. If you got a personal relationship with the Most High God, you should know what He like, what He don't like, man. What He do, what He don't do. Who He hanging, who He associate Himself with, who He don't associate Himself with. You know, these are personal things that you should know about people. If you really say you got a personal relationship with the Most High God. Stop lying to us, people. Get you a personal relationship with the Most High God. Get you a King James, man. Like we said, I'm a King James reader. Come on, man.
Born again believer.
Born again believer. We had to be born again through this word, the Spirit. We had to get this word in us truthfully now, man. Get you a King James, be a King James reader, man, and get the understanding and be a true personal relationship with the Most High God, man. Read Joel 2:27 now.
This is the book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 27.
Read.
And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel.
Everybody.
Israel.
Some other nations.
Israel.
That's just Israel? That's it?
Well,
Ain't
there's
no
one more nation. Israel.
I'll praise.
I'll praise.
Read on.
I'll praise. We're going on one side of the railroad track.
Yeah, you know, I pronounce it Israel.
Yeah, yeah.
I pronounce it.
In that I am the Lord your God.
Who God?
The Lord your God.
That's possessive right there. Edgar said it. Edgar said, I got the understanding. And I said, all the people, Lord, you chose you one people. And the back door, Joel 2:27 say, what?
And none else.
He said, I'm the Lord, your God, and none else. We could go to Romans 9:4. Who got the services of the Most High God? Who got the covenants from the Most High God? The Israelites, man.
But this thing here take you a lot of places.
It
right
will.
here,
Well, I had to cut it short
yeah.
because I had a whole lot of more scriptures, man. So get you a true personal relationship with the Most High God. Get into this Bible, read and understand what it is, and stop telling us that the Lord know your heart, man. The Lord know your heart. Let's go, man. Fact, get Jeremiah 17:9.
Know your heart.
And we'll get out of here. You got a personal relationship with the Most High God. He know my heart. That's what they say. They finished out with, yeah, love, sanctify, fear. He know my heart, child. Do it? Do you know your heart? Because your heart is wicked. And if you can't see it, well, let's see what the Most High God said about it. Oh, you don't believe me? Well, let's see what the Most High God said about your heart, man. Jeremiah 17:9.
17.
Stop telling the Lord know your heart, man.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 9.
Read.
Listen up, Israel.
Mm-hmm.
The heart is deceitful above all things.
Above what?
All things.
Read that again.
The heart is deceitful above all things.
Yeah, the Most High God do know your heart. You darn right he know your heart. And it's very deceitful above all things. Read on out.
And desperately wicked.
Now, how would you put desperately in front of wicked to describe somebody's heart?
That's pretty.
He didn't say some of y'all. He said y'all.
Pretty wicked,
your heart.
man.
All of our hearts are desperately wicked, man.
Mm-hmm.
Deceitful above all things, desperately wicked. Read on.
Who can know that thing?
But who can really know it? Who can know? Who can be truthful about this thing? Who can be like, yeah, man, sometimes I be having some evil thoughts in my mind. Yeah, man, I be going out sometimes thinking this, because we know we got these wicked devices in our minds, man. We've been indoctrinated with the wickedness of the world. Yeah, of course we're going to have it. But we're trying to get those thoughts out of our minds and get good thoughts, get kingdom thoughts, you know what I'm saying? Like we used to say, hell yeah, now so we try to say heaven, yeah.
Yeah.
Just little things like that to get ourselves out of that mind state, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's go to Leviticus, man.
Driving like
get out of here.
Out of heaven.
Give you a law. Leviticus 11:46.
Leviticus 11.
We'll start at 45.
45.
Mm-hmm.
It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 11, verse 45.
That's what you should know too. If you got a personal relationship with him. I could have went into this too. Read on.
For I am the Lord that bringeth you up out of the land of Egypt.
Don't forget that, man. That's crucial. He's the Lord that brought us out of Egypt, man, with a strong hand. We got a lot of work to do, Israel.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of work just for that one doing right there. Read on.
To be your God.
To be who?
To be your God.
To be your God possession. Read on.
Ye shall therefore be holy, for I am holy.
He said, so you need to be holy, Israel. He said, because I'm holy. I didn't do everything. I wasn't for everybody. I didn't choose every bird. I didn't choose every tree, every branch. I didn't choose all that. I had a holy certain thing I chose. I was holy. You should be holy to me because I'm holy. Read on.
Teach, right? This is the law of the beast and of the fowl and of every living creature that moveth in the waters and of every creature that creepeth upon the earth.
To do what?
to make a difference between the unclean and the clean.
And they love the Lord. Don't care what you eat. Just pray over it. Stop it, man. This is in the book of Leviticus, man. The Torah, man. He said to make a difference between the clean and the unclean. We already know 11:7 talk about the swine. And we know we love pork. We love us some swine. They love them. I ain't gonna lie. I can't stop eating them chitlins. You can't stop eating chitlins. What?
What is this Monday night dine in?
Yeah, it's a dine out if you got chitlins.
We don't dine with the swine.
You ain't dining in on this Monday night. It's a dine. You dine your butt out of here if you got that. Right. And then we done made the lower stuff a delicacy. That's people going and buying chitlins, $30 plate chitlins. Oh yeah, I'm chitlins. Out of all the poor people say they can't stop eating chitlins. What? Come on, man. To read verse 47 again.
To make a difference between the unclean and the clean.
Read on.
And between the beasts that may be eaten.
I can eat everything.
The beasts that may be eaten.
And what?
And the beasts that may not be eaten.
Come on, people. You personal relationship is Christianites got to stop it.
Stop.
Right after y'all get out of church, y'all ain't got no Sabbath. Right after y'all get out of church, everybody going to Louis and Furs. Big eating and cooking food and buying food. You ain't got no Sabbath. You're going to Furs, and your first thing you want is a big pork chop, smothered gravy pork chop. Awesome, what we just said. Some pig intestines, man. Stop it, man.
Rooted from
you don't have no personal relationship with the Most High God. Stop playing with yourselves, family. Come on, Israel, let's wake up, man. Let's have a true personal relationship with the Most High God. Could have went on for hours. With that, we say shalom. You got anything out?
And one thing to say, brothers and sisters, you need to actually pull the Supremes out and stop in the name of love.
Why did I ask you if you had something?
In the name of love. Stop it, my people.
Yeah, for real, folks. Before he break your heart. Hey, that was a good one.
Think it over.
Think it over. You better think it over, Israel. We'd like to shout out to all our Facebook and YouTube fans, family across the globe. Shout out to E-Hood in Florida, man. Our brothers, man, out there, man, trying to get them down here again soon. We just want to say thank you for subscribing to the page. If you haven't subscribed, go to YouTube and click subscribe. You can get our Sunday night class with Captain Nehemiah. You get the Monday night class with me, Officer Yara. You can get the Wednesday night class with Captain Jerubal, or you can get the Sabbath class with Captain Benaniah and Captain Maccabees. We want to thank y'all if y'all have committed to the GoFundMe page. Anything helps, anything counts, and your blessings won't go undisclosed. The Most High God appreciates that, and you're doing it for the betterment of our nation. And hopefully we'll get to a nation and a city or a state near you. Like we say, all praises to the Most High. Yahweh shall bless. Battle Axis signing off on Monday night. Shalom.
Shalom.
We will say stop.